I'm leaving for a 6-week work trip and I need to make sure my plants are going to survive the next couple of weeks. So today we're going to get cleaning, pruning, and making sure they're going to be able to survive at least half of that time. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Aaron and you are now watching Life with Foliage. This is my brand new channel just for my plants. So if you like the content that you see, please give me a like down below and hit that subscribe button. So as I stated, I will be traveling and going to Texas for 6 weeks. I actually leave a week from today. So I'm going to go ahead and do a bunch of the cleaning, pruning, and watering before I head out. Now I'm doing this a week early because in the next 2 days, I go travel to meet up with my family. We are going to spend some family time together as we were not able to meet over the Christmas holiday. So we're going to do it now. Now that means that everything has to be ready to go, packed, cleaned, watered, my entire collection. And I need to be able to fly back and get on another plane to get to Texas. I'm not going to have any time to slow down and take care of my plants. So I'm doing that today. On the docket for today, make sure every plant has clean leaves. We need to make sure every plant has all the dust off it, which I know is there. And we need to clean and prune any of the surface area. So any dead leaves, any rotted roots, or anything of that nature, we're going to try and take a look at today and clean through all of that. Lastly, every plant needs a good watering. So I'm actually going to water with fertilizer today and make sure that they are able to survive over the next 6 weeks. There will be someone home with my plants. I do have my sister who lives with me, and she will be able to take care of any emergencies while I'm gone. But she also has work, typical life, and she's not used to providing for my plants like I am. So I'm going to ask her to watch over a couple. Those are plants that I deem high stakes, that after today we may notice some new growth and we may need to water more, or plants that I know I want to survive 6 weeks while I'm gone. Also, while we are going through all of the plants, I'm probably going to trash some. Now, don't be afraid. I've already done a video on this, plants that didn't make my 4-month trip prior to the winter holiday. So these plants are actually going to be plants that completely are gone. And you're going to notice them as we go through our walk. You'll be joining me on this entire walkthrough. So grab a coffee, grab a water, a hot tea, sit back, and let's get to cleaning. So we are going to start here in the living room. We're going to go through all of the plants here, and then we're going to head into my bedroom. In my bedroom, I actually have a larger shelf as well as a IKEA cabinet, the Rudsta cabinet. I have a video on the Rudsta cabinet, so feel free to go through my collection and take a look at that video whenever you get done with this one. All right, I quickly wanted to talk about the plants that just came off the first shelf and the bench. We've got a mix of Hoya and cactus and palm, as well as our ZZ. So I've got the ZZ Raven here, the dwarf in the back. This used to have multiple leaves. As you saw, I took a lot off. And so I don't know necessarily if I should keep these or not. This soil is not retaining any moisture. Anytime I water this, it just flows right through. So this will need to be repotted. This ZZ will need to be a repot. The soil is trash. Clumpy, it's not doing anything, but as you can see, there's still some new growth going on, including this little guy back here. Then we have a palm. I don't know that this palm dies. I have forgotten to water this palm many a times, and it sits at the top of the shelf, and I just let it go. So tons of water here. I don't think we have the time for a repot right now, nor do I think we need a repot. It's so dry, I can just pull everything right out. But yeah, we're gonna just get it some water. It's still growing. I trimmed the dead leaves off the ends just to give it a full green look with no brown. Speaking of dead ends, pulled all the dead ends off of these. These are all pups from the mother plant, which is in this corner. We'll take a look at later. And I just love the way these grow. I needed to pull the pups and propagate them, put them in these little cups. They've been in ever since, and now I don't have time to redo them. I need to get pots, larger pots for them all. Probably this size pot in the middle. This white pot's really good just to put the plant in, but I don't have enough of them. So in cups they go, water, they keep growing. These are plants that I'll probably have in my collection forever because I don't really have to do anything. They can withstand a long drought before completely dying off, as this is very green in the center, and then it turns into the burgundy on the outside before it browns. So I've got plenty of new growth in the center. In fact, I could pull off all these external leaves and still have a very nice plant. Wyetii here with some not discoloration, but some sun stress is the word I'm looking for. On the top there, getting greener as it goes down to the end. This plant's been in my collection for a while. I used to hang it, hoping that the leaves would drape, but it was taking up too much space in my Rudsta cabinet, so I took it out. And now it just lives here in this pot. It just needs water. I haven't seen much new growth, but it's not dying, so she will continue to go. We'll stay on the Hoya train. I recently did a video on this Hoya, talking about it blooming while I was away. And as you can see, the blooms have emerged, and they're gorgeous. They smell amazing. Light fragrance, very floral. I'm just noticing the additional peduncle here. Oh, goodness. Gotta love that. I'm hoping that this grows a little more, maybe a little further off of the cup here so that that peduncle can hang properly. I don't want them getting stuck in the cup. This was a gift, actually. Some cuttings from a friend, and honestly, I don't think it's grown. It's grown in this, but as you can see, it hasn't like flourished yet. So I'll be excited to see what this does. And then lastly, one of my favorite plants of my entire collection, and I'm so mad that I've been neglecting this because it has great potential to exceed its growth and just be full and lush. This is the Million Hearts Variegated. Definitely needs some cleaning. I am afraid to clean it though, because I feel like all the leaves are just gonna fall off. I can probably cut this. I'm just gonna leave it. I love that it's hanging until it dies. Yeah, I am afraid that though, if I wash it, it's going to lose all of its leaves, but I need to do it just to get some of the debris off. I want to also get some of the leaves off the soil here on the inside of the pot. And I'm afraid that soon I'll have to repot this. I just feel like whenever I water this, it drains into this cachet pot. There's this pot has no drainage, so this one doesn't. So I really would want to, I need to start emptying the water out so it doesn't sit in the water. But yeah, I definitely love this plant in its prime. Whenever it doesn't look dingy and dirty, I think it's gorgeous, especially when the leaves can get vibrant, a little bit more vibrant green with the white in the variegation. I think it's a gorgeous plant. So we're going to work on these plants first, getting them cleaned and also getting them back up on the shelf now that we've wiped everything down, washed the mats. The last plant that is up there, and sorry for the light that we're about to stare into, is my Monstera Thai Constellation. I got another bucket to repot it in, and I just haven't had time. I've got some soil. I don't know if I'll get to this today because I've thought about a couple of things. I thought about cutting it here and letting this go on its own, as there's going to be a new leaf that's going to emerge here soon. This is the newest leaf, and it sits facing the wall like this. And I don't know, maybe the light reflecting, as you can see, there's some sunlight hitting from the window here onto the wall, and maybe that gets captured here, which is the reason why it's facing that way. The grow light, pole light, actually faces the plant hitting this leaf. So yeah, this one I could probably cut. I could probably just chop this off, let it go. I'm not too stressed about it. I also thought if I did that, I could turn the plant so this faces out towards the room, this faces the grow light, and this will face the light from the plant case over there. So yeah, we'll see. At this moment though, just a good watering, and we're going to actually take this to the shower, wash it off, make sure that all the leaves are nice and pretty. And yeah, we'll put it back in place. I'm not going to do any washing in this video just because it will be a long video today. But I may, anything in my shower you won't see, but anything in the sink you will. So there may be another video about just me washing the plants in the shower. I forgot about the plants that are on the floor. So this is my Monstera Deliciosa, and I've had this for literally years. I've actually got cuttings of it. In fact, that is the mother plant. And this is a cutting. As you can see, started water propagation. You've seen this before. It's chaos, I know. But I just haven't stopped to fix it. And then I have my OG ZZ. Sits over here. And as you can see, it's leaning towards the light. Even though it has a light source, it's leaning towards the closest light source. So I may put it over here now and see if they will revert back, leaning in the opposite direction. I do need to repot. Lots of the tumors. That's not the word I'm looking for. Lots of the bulb sticking out, so I definitely need to repot this too. So everything that's on this shelf is a collection of ficus and dracaenas, or snake plants. I have 2 elfin up here and a collection of other and my dollar plant. It's got so many names. I really can't get rid of any of this. I just, in my heart, I cannot get rid of any of these plants. So I'm just going to clean them. I have plenty of these snake plant varieties that have pups that I could repot. Like this is a great piece here. It just needs a little bit of water. As you can see, there's some dehydration that's taken place there. And once that's done, honestly, oh, there's a third pup back here too on this one. Great piece. I'm going to go ahead and cut this. This is not going to make it. And this is not going to make it in the way. I can probably do this one too. Again, I'm prepping a lot of this for the future. I'm going to be gone. I don't want to have to come back to even worse. So as much as that I can clean up now, the better. This I'm likely going to repot. It's leaning and it won't even sit up straight. It was probably pushing on another plant there. So we're going to repot this to the best of our ability. I hope I have enough soil for all of this. We may cut this and let it go in its own pot. Maybe plant this pup up. We'll see. All of this ficus, I'm just doing my best to keep alive. I love ficus. I just haven't been able to give this the attention that it needs. We're definitely going to spray these down, make sure they're clean. I'm also going to spray them with some alcohol and peroxide and soap. Make sure that any mites or anything, I see a little web here, that could be dust, but make sure that's all good as well. Take these to the sink, as well as these, and get them cleaned up. The only other thing that's in this collection is one of my anthuriums. This is probably the longest leaf I've seen so far. I've got some new growth happening here. It looks like there might have been, yeah, looked like there's a leaf that was in there that was rotting. So gonna get this cleaned up, watered. I think that eventually I'm going to have to repot this. I might just strap it for now. It faces the window. It seems to like the natural light that it gets. There's no grow light that faces this direction towards the window. It just, all these plants get natural light. So I probably will stake it, let it remain facing the window, and just continue growing. I love the size of this leaf, and I hope to get more like it. Let's get all this cleaned off. All right, it's getting much later than I expected, and I am getting to my breaking point. So I'm going to finish cleaning up. I'm working on the last piece of the night, which is the IKEA cabinet, the Rutsta cabinet. I took out my humidifier. And I took that out because it just hasn't been turning on here over the past couple of days. Well, possibly. It could have been longer. I've just now noticed it over the past couple of days. So I'm going to order a new one and replace it. I've got everything that was in the cabinet soaking in water, and that's just so they can get the most nutrients are all cleaned off. I hope that I can get this done within the next hour, but I'm going to put you away now. I really appreciate you watching this. Hopefully you made it all the way to the end. If you did, let me know in the comments if you found your favorite plant in this video. I know I don't have a very large collection of very rare plants, but you still might have found something worth interest. So let me know in the comments below. I'll be sure to bring you more content here soon, so keep in touch, subscribe, like, and I'll chat soon.